Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is Miss Sophia Abbasi, and our topic for today is study skills. So, what is study? To learn new information, formulate it into knowledge, and apply it in order to develop new skills. What are study skills? Study skills are the strategies used to improve the learning ability. It helps in enhancing the potential of a person by improving his ability to read. Study skills are essential to select and organize information when overwhelmed with various information. Habits for good study. First, time management. Second, self-discipline and self-discovery. Third, concentration and memorization. Last but not the least, organization. What are the requirements of quality study? Yes, time. This is one of the requirements. Right time and proper time. Place. Similarly, appropriate conditions, preparation, and positive attitude. Study skills involve research and assimilation of information. It is used to make research on a topic by gathering and organizing information. Reading can be of any form, such as an oral presentation, graphs, maps, tables, or diagrams, a poster, a model, or a design, etc. You may ask, what is the way of studying? What should be the way of studying, rather? Everyone studies in a different way. One person may be comfortable with a technique, but another person may not feel comfortable with the same technique. He may prefer to be comfortable with another technique. Everyone has to choose his method of studies. Elements of learning are knowing, comprehending, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and evaluating. What are the characteristics of critical readers? The critical readers will be clear with the purpose of study. They resist manipulation. They seek for more clarity and avoid confusion. They frame questions on all dimensions. They conceptualize with their own words. They relate the concept with other ideas. They are intellectually independent. Come to SQ3R. This is one of the study or reading strategies. S stands for survey, Q stands for question, 3R stand for read, recite, and review. Surveying is the first and foremost step in this strategy. It is done before reading the entire text. It helps to get an overall idea about the topic. It also includes the pictorial part of the text, tabular representations, statistical or graphical representation of data, if any, or captions that are highlighted. Question. Form questions using why, how, what, when, where, who under heading. It is a thinking skill. Headings try to speak about many issues. Form questions for each issue, and this will develop the eagerness to get the answers for all the questions. Read. Read the entire text given under each heading. Be clear with the purpose of study. Get the main idea from each paragraph and extract the important details related to the main idea. If not clear with any sentence, read it twice or thrice slowly to understand it. Now let's discuss the styles of reading. First, the study reading. Study reading is used when the material is difficult and is of higher level of comprehension. It is essential to read word by word to have more understanding and to have better clarity. Looking at the structure of the text, proportion of diagrams, and locating the summary and conclusion part is browsing. Then comes skimming. It is used when it is enough to get an overall idea about the topic. This includes only the major information in each paragraph and leaves the other supportive and explanatory part. Scanning. It is used when it is required to locate a piece of information that you already know from the text. The information can be a number or a word or any specific fact. Mark and underline the text. Number the important ideas in margin. Underline or highlight the main topic related to your study. Underline the unknown vocabulary or new phrases that you have come across. Use marker to highlight the major information, leaving the supporting information. Now come to the KWL chart. K stands for what you already know about the topic. W stands for what you want to know about the topic. And L stands for what you learned about the topic in the end. So this KWL chart consists of 3 columns. And it is used while reading any text. Before reading the text, first column, what you already know about the topic. Read the title of the topic. Make sure whether you have heard of the topic and are familiar about it. Then recall the information that you have already gathered about the title. Second column, what you want to know about the topic. Write the areas that you are eager to know in the second column in the question format. Write the questions that would have aroused previously when you became familiar about the topic. After reading the text, third column, what you have learned from the text. Answers for the questions will be in the second column, one by one. Check whether all questions are answered. It helps to check whether now you are familiar about various aspects of the topic and also to learn the extent learned from the text. This column can also include extra information that gathered while reading apart from the answers for the framed questions. Note-taking. Note-taking is a practice of recording the information gathered from any source. It is when you write whatever you hear or read. This is done when the subject is new to you and hard to follow and understand. It can be oral, like an oral lecture, visuals, presentations, books, and written manuals. Recite, write, and recall. Recall the content you have read. Recall the main headings and the basic concepts. Recall the graphs or any kind of grammatic presentations. Methods from abbreviations. Write the first few letters of the longer words. For example, if the word is different, the abbreviation would be DIFF. Write the word leaving the vowels. For example, if the word is quality, abbreviation would be QLTY. Write the first and last letter of the word. For example, if the word is height, abbreviation would be HT. Using flashcards is one of the strategies to remember information. You can make the flashcards, write the information on the card, make flashcards attractive, and review the cards. Pegwords can be used when one needs to remember a number of things, like 5 reasons we should conserve energy. Each pegword is then associated with the number corresponding to the number of reasons. Think of the first piece of information to be remembered. Think of a pegword for the number 1. The pegword should rhyme with 1. Create a picture in your mind to associate with that pegword. Repeat points 1 to 3 with each piece of information you are to remember. Let's see the examples of pegwords. 1, run, 2, shoe, 3, tree, and so on. Example of Pegword use. First, learning the reasons to preserve the forests. Point 1. Forests provide food for animals. Forests provide shelter for animals. Forests provide lumber for building and paper. Second, create pegwords for 1 to 3 to fit the material. 1. Fun. 2. Shoe. 3. Lee. Third, make some type of an association or connection between the pegwords and the main idea words. You must remember Lee has fun shoes. Fourth, associate Lee with lumber, fun with food, and shoe with shelter. Now come to a study system. Aspire. The A of this Aspire stands for approach, attitude, and arrange. Study with a positive attitude. You are going to learn something new. This will help to clarify your doubts. The S of Aspire stands for select, survey, and scan. Select the material you want to read, survey it to get an overall idea, scan them to extract the information. The P of Aspire stands for piece together the arts, piece together all the information. I of Aspire stands for investigate, inquire, and insect. Investigate other sources of information, inquire with experts to get more clarity, inspect the ideas you understood. R of Aspire stands for re-examine, reflect, and relay. Re-examine whether you are clear, reflect it by applying in practical situations. Relay, make sure whether you are able to explain it to others. And finally, the E of Aspire stands for evaluate, examine, and explore. Evaluate your results, examine whether there is progress in your performance, explore what must be done to improve yourself further. Come to the aspects to consider. Time of the day that you are studying, is it proper? Then the group, the study group that you have, is that appropriate? Is every member a person with a positive attitude? Then consider the posture in which you are studying, the temperature, and the sound. Everything counts. Thank you very much. This is all for today, and I hope you understand the lecture well. Allah Hafiz.